In today's video, we're gonna walk step by step how I actually Doordash maintaining platinum status, but this is actually also how I even get to platinum status. But here's the other kicker. I'm currently at 70% acceptance rating, and in my market, that is the bare minimum to be platinum. So therefore, it is like Mayday, because I got trash offer after trash offer, which there is going to be a video of that, but it's going to be on the Driver Mike channel that will be coming really soon. Then the reason why it's on the Driver Mike channel is because I'm a team contributor for that channel. So you will definitely want to see how I fell from such a high acceptance rating to 70%. But in this video, which will probably be out much earlier than that one, you're actually going to see how I'm going to actually build this thing back up. Unless I continue to receive trash orders, then it's going to be a different story, because I'm only going to do so much to actually keep and maintain platinum status. Even if I have to drop down to gold for a little bit, so be it, because I'm not going to take anything crazy upside down. Now, I've already received my very first offer. Pretty much already forgot how much it was again. It's like a $6.25 for 6 miles. But here's the kicker. I was already 2 miles back. So all I had to do is I'm still driving the same dead miles as I was going back to my zone. So it's going to be more like that $6.25 for like 4 miles-ish. We'll see about the breakdown here pretty soon. But this is actually going to be very important, so you can probably see how I kind of subtract some of these mileages from these dead mileages, because it's not always as bad as it always looks. Now here we go at McDonald's. And the Monopoly thing is back. What? Awesome enough, the order was ready. And the great news is 4 miles, 11 minutes. Not too shabby. So now here's the question. Would you have taken this order? Be sure and put it down in the comment box. Would you have taken this $6.25 for where it looked like 6 miles, but by the time you actually get to the restaurant where you're going to be at anyways, and you're heading to there anyways, it's only 4 miles. It's making it more like a $1.20, $1.30 with a dollar per miles ratio. Understandable, especially if you're focused on $1.75 to $2 per mile. Maybe even going down to that $1.50 per mile. Understandable. But I guess it's going to actually come to it. It's like, is it actually going to be worth it to keep and maintain platinum for you? Because if I keep platinum status and I'm in the ranges of, sometimes 18 up to even $25 an hour. But sometimes when I'm like multi-apping and looking just for those high paying offers, a lot of times I want to be around anywhere from $15, $16, $17 an hour. I will be saving more on mileages. So it's just like, what is it actually going to be worth? And that will all depend where you are in your market, and you just testing and tinkering and seeing what works. Because if the cherry picking strategy works for you, great, do it. If you think the platinum status works for you better, do it. But here we go on this cloudy day that looks like it's about to rain on me. Now to the customer. All right, we're almost there at the customers. Let's see here. Is it on the left side or the right side? None of these. Oh my gosh. This is not right. The map is wrong. Dang it. All right, how do you get over there? Because it's like, it's really beyond that fence. Okay, this messed up. All right, so according to this map, okay. All right, this is probably why it says handed to the customer. You know what? I think I've done this a long time ago. It's actually back over there. I remember that. I think it's gonna be my right side. It's just been a long time since I've been over here. All right. Yes. Okay. The numbers are more favorable now. Okay. It should be right down here. This is probably the same lady. Wow, this map was like totally jacked up. But the numbers are not here. So maybe it's on down that way. So it is a different person, but it's the same street. Hello. All right, I'm gonna go to the customer. Okay, great news is that there's no issues. That is the great news. We got a 647, so not bad, not bad. We'll take it. She said that happens all the time. So she thinks it has something to do because how I think they restructured the road at one time and that's kind of messed things up. But hey, we was able to get her done. All right, just shortly after getting that thing dropped off, we have another offer. It's 903, 8.3 miles. Would you take it? You would say, man, that's like almost $1 per mile. But the thing is, I'm actually nowhere near my restaurants. It's gonna take me 3 or 4 miles to get back. So that's $9 for 8 miles. It's really gonna be more like 4.5 to 5. And this is gonna be all due to the dead miles I had to drive back to my zone, where 90% of my restaurants are at anyways, regardless. Because I'm not in like in a market where as soon as I'm dropping off and there's other restaurants really close to me. No, all my restaurants gonna be all right there in a cluster, like a lot of different places. So we really gotta factor in all those miles DoorDash is actually trying to show us. And this 8 miles isn't really that bad at all. And it's gonna be more like a $9 and change for 4.5 miles. Now, would you take it now? Now let's go to Little Caesars. Hopefully in those camera shots, you were able to see how I pick up the pizza orders. Now we got 4 miles, 9 minutes to the customer. How you doing? Okay, should be right here on my left side. Yeah, that should be it. I'm looking for a number. I'd love to see a number. There it is right there. Bam. Another handed to me. Let's do it. Hello, I have a delivery. There you go. All right, have a blessed day. Easy drop off right there. No issues at all. Now just actually thinking back about if I was like right there in the hot zone to begin with, where it showed like $9 and that change there, it actually would have said like 4 miles, which is like over $2 per mile. But what actually happened when I was actually 4 miles out from that first customer and it said 9 for 8, just because of like how far I actually was to begin with. So hopefully it actually kind of shows how to actually read these mileages on the app, because since I'm going back, I'm actually subtracting those miles. That's just me. But now let's see what type of order I'm going to be getting next. All right, that actually didn't take long, because now we have an offer 825, 7 miles. I'm over 2, maybe 3 miles away from all my restaurants. So instead of looking at it from 825 for 7, I need to be looking at this more like 825 for 4 or 5 miles. That's how I actually need to be looking at this order. And this is how I'm gonna be keeping busy for the majority of the day. And it looks like I'm basically could get 3 orders in an hour. And I'm already at 1550. Oh yeah, let's keep riding. Soul Man's Barbecue. I kind of like to have that for myself. Let's go on in. All right, we just took off. 4 miles, 11 minutes. This is what I'm talking about. Because if I was right here in this area, it would have looked like 8 and change for 4 miles. If I was already waiting here. 5 at the most if I was down a little bit further. I still would have took it. So hopefully, as I'm just kind of taking these orders, and it looks bad in the very beginning, but might be able to see it's not actually as bad as it actually seems. But I'm sure your market may be laid out differently, and it could play a factor. But if it's anything like mine, totally understandable. and maybe you can use this same strategy in your market. So until then, meet me at the customer. Right, I believe we are here, my dear. Yes, we are. Let's do it. And boom, just like that, $23.75 in my first hour. But now I've got some bad news. The bad news is I received another offer. And within this offer is $9, 10.3 miles. It is an upside down order, which means my miles is over my money ratio. Not good at all. And it was taking me into Midlothian, which is where I wasn't actually going to be going to, because I might have to switch zones. And sometimes that's not always bad. But as for right now, I was not going to do that. And since I declined this offer, it took me out of platinum status at 69%. It was a tough decision I had to make, but I was just like, you know what? That's 10 miles. That's a lot of miles. And it's taking me way out of my zone. There's like no zone boost or anything. It's just gonna be the base pay and what the customer is tipping. So I'm just like, just gonna pick my poison and may have to dip out a little bit of platinum just to hopefully to get right back into it. And if that doesn't happen today, it doesn't happen. If it does, it does. I do have 2 platinum passes in my back pocket, just in case I need to use them. But I'm not gonna have to use a platinum pass unless I really fall deep under, maybe in the low 60s, maybe in the high to mid 50s. But usually if I'm in the 60s, I'm always gonna be in the shooting distance to get right back to platinum, just the natural way. But this does add just a little bit of extra pressure. I was hoping I was already at like at least 71%, but with that rolling 100, which is a rolling 100 of orders, I actually didn't take any of those declines that I did from a previous time yet. But hopefully on this, even on this next one, I'll get back to platinum. But actually the story of right now is just my actual pay being over $20 an hour in my first hour and how I did it. Now, not every hour is gonna be like that. There's gonna be some hours where you're just gonna get some orders that's like $5 and like might be 2 or 3 miles or so. I still go ahead and knock those things out. Sometimes if it's even $4, 2 miles, $4, 1 mile, I'll be like, but I'm knocking it out. Cause even when I do get those orders, I can still be over $20 an hour. But here we go again. Oh, wow. This is 950, 11.9 miles. CVS, this does not make sense. There's a CVS in so many different places. And this is all in another town in Waxahachie. They already have, man, there's so many CVS's over there. It doesn't make sense to get this type of order. So hitting the okie doke here. Show to accepted order. I'm going to have to have an issue, something else. I'm unassigning from this order. It's going to take me down to 97% acceptance rating. For a reason, I'm just putting not worth my pay. Continue. Can't do that very much because to even have platinum status and keep platinum status, you got to be at 95%. Hopefully, it should be rolling back around. But I did just get another offer. It's like $375, 1 something mile. I'll just knock that one out right fast. Oh, man. It just does not make sense how DoorDash sends those type of offers. I know they just say it's because the customer ordered from there, and yet it did. But is that due to the algorithm showing that that's the closest place? Because some customers that I've talked to in the past, they didn't even realize it came from another town. And somehow this is where DoorDash, we got to figure out something to get better. Let's go ahead and take this little AR move, piece of trash order, and move on. All right, that order was ready. But also, another note to myself, even when you slide out of platinum just for that brief moment, your platinum pass will start all over. Because I did realize when I checked just now on this order I just took for like $3 or so-ish, it took me right back to platinum. So I immediately checked my platinum pass and I was like, oh man, I was at like 20, 21 days. But now it took me right back to 28. So I was like, well, that sucks. But you know what? It's still all good. I still wouldn't want to take that piece of poo order that's going like over 10 miles. Oh no. Phil's got some standards now. Come on, shoot. But here we go to the customer. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go scavenger hunting. Good news about this one is the customer did leave a message saying that they're going to be adding a tip after this delivery, so that we see if they really do. A lot of times it's a lie, but we'll see if they do. Let's go. Just got back, so it was at $3.50. It said $1.50 of it, there was a tip on there anyways. However, when I spoke to the person, he said he already sent the other part of the tip. I just told him thank you very much, and I just kept on going. Maybe it'll just take another minute or two. Yeah, probably doubt it. But anyways, we're going to our next order. Now, I think it was like 9 and change. Going to CVS, just picking up 2 items. Looked like it's some alcohol. It's like 3-something miles, a lot better than that 10 miles, which is flat out ridiculous to the list. So let's go shopping. All right, easy little transaction right there. Wasn't really hard to find. Checkout, A+. And let's hope we can just finish this off with a smooth delivery and the customer actually have their ID. Oh, because a lot of times they have to find it and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyways, let's go. I have arrived. All right, here we go again. Even though I just dropped that one off right there, got another offer over $9. It says like 6.6 miles, but this is a good positioning one because even though I gotta go slightly down the road this way, it's bringing me right back, and I'll be driving right back in the middle of my hot zone, right there in the midst of my restaurants there. So I'm just like, I'll take this $9. It makes it a lot easier. So let's keep these wheels moving. The storm clouds are coming. It is almost here. I don't know about you, but I like a good storm. All right, 4 miles, 7 minutes. Interstate driving. Oh yeah, I like the interstate driving because that just makes it that much quicker. And another thing is, because when I first started dashing, I used to be so uncomfortable doing alcohol orders. I don't really care about it too much anymore. I don't really sweat it too much. Now, if I'm working like nights or something, I might turn it off, but sometimes that must be some of your best orders though too. Just depends how you feel. And I think my other reasoning is like, man, what if like some of the church members see me and I'm one of the elders in the church? Hey, you know what? I'm working. It's all good and it's all gravy. Let's just keep this thing going. All right. Good. Got that 9 and change in the bag. Such nice folks there. Man, as I got my bag, the strap broke. Oh my gosh. It broke even more. It already broke from the last ride along, but it really just went. Shoot. Whoa, crap, I got another offer. $5.50, 9.5 miles. Shoot, that's a no-go. That is too far. Going back down to 69%. So right back out of platinum. The order's just not worth it. I'm not gonna cry over spilt milk, that's for sure. But man, I'm looking forward to that storm that's coming. Whew. Beautiful blue clouds. Oh yeah, that is looking real nice. Now, I actually witnessed a tornado a few years ago when I was living in Lancaster. That did some damage. I mean, I saw it up close too. It's pretty cool. There's just nothing like it. It's just like, wow. I really don't want to see one again near the house again, but that was a close call. Anyways, let's go back to the orders. I am at $46 and it has just about been 2 hours, so we're doing pretty good. I'm just really disappointed and just still losing platinum status. So it is what it is. If I have to schedule, I have to schedule. But I just don't want to be like, feel like I'm taking advantage of either. So no reason for all that mess. But here we go. Let's see what we get here in a minute. $7.75 KFC. All right, this person's right here waiting on me too. Hey, let's do this thing. All right, another one down, another one gone, another one bites the dust. I know I had to just go ahead and complete that. That was random. Oh boy, the wind's picking up. Wow, look at the flags flying there. This reminds me when I was younger and I really wanted to be a storm chaser. Oh my gosh. Then watching the movie Twister didn't help. Surprise, surprise that I'm not. But yet I'm Dasher Phil. Oh yeah, the rain's starting to come on down. I like this. I like it a lot. I really don't want to get wet though. But you know, dang. All right, I gotta find my poncho. Wherever that daggum thing's at. Probably in the trunk, be my luck. I haven't needed it in a long time. Anyways, I got a 525 Little Caesars and I think a 7, maybe 7 or 725 something. Right over here to Jersey Mike's. That's working out quite well. Hopefully I'll get up to platinum status. I don't know if I am or not. We'll find out in a minute. I'll be back. All right, found the poncho. It was in the trunk. Not too shabby. Now I just gotta get this one pizza in the car, then I'm gonna go over Jersey Mike's and get this thing done. All right, pickup number 2. Easy enough right there. Now I'm going to one of my favorite customers. I am on my way, let's do it. All right, we arrived and it's gonna be a meet at the door. Let's go. All right, I'm glad that rain stopped. Probably can take this little jacket off. I might do that after this one. Still kind of looks like it could be raining out there, but I don't know. Sun's shining right here at the moment. Just got another little over a mile to go, so let's go. All right, this is going to be another hand it to me order. I've been here a few times, looks like. Oh man, it's really steep down there. I know they said I can go down there, but I think I'm just gonna walk. Yeah, I'll be right back. Because I think I've actually scraped the bottom of the car. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that just shattered all dreams right there. Just got another order. Terrible, terrible order. It was a 13 for 11.2. No way I'm gonna do that. Now they sent me something else. This takes me back to the zone. Still 2 orders. This is something I'm gonna have to eat maybe. Anyways, oh yeah, 725, 8.9 miles. Most of it's going back over there. Let's see if we can do this as an AR move and see if it takes me back up. I would have liked to have avoided that one, but yeah, if there's something I might be able to roll with the punches with, I might try it. And yes, that took me back to platinum. Oh yeah. So what does that mean? It means Phil's done after this. And then we'll go over the breakdown of all the numbers. Let's do it. All right, took the poncho off. Glad of that. Also, I have a link down below if you want to see where I got it from Amazon. Thanks to my wife, that gets a lot of packages from Amazon. Anyways, let's go in. Wingstop. Right, this is just gonna be like 0.4 miles, basically right across the street here. Oh my gosh, the bump. Hold on, stay open. Oh no, please, thank you. Praise the name of the Lord. Okay, now we have arrived at some lovely apartments. Now I gotta figure out which one. Okay, I think it's gonna be other side. Then I believe it's still going to be like 3rd floor. So I'm like, But let's just keep a stepping. This one should be it. Yep. Second one. Oh yeah. I got to remember a PIN number. Man, if I picked the wrong side, I'd be so ticked. But this should be the right one. All right, let's do this. Starting to sprinkle again, but I think I'll live. Now flat out rain again. Oh, lovely joy. Now this bridge and this line actually took me over like 10 minutes earlier, and it was a lot longer. It was like from light to almost light a while ago. Oh my gosh. I can't wait till they actually get this thing fixed. Leave it at the door, and the rain stopped just for a moment. Thank the Lord. Easy little drop off right there. Now today's total, I've went like 66 miles. It's just like, whoa. And that's all calculated with the Solo app, which is also in the link below. And you get a 7-day free trial, so go ahead and try it out at least. Then if you want to subscribe, go right ahead and you get $10 off your first subscription when you use my link below. We've been out just a shade over 3.5 hours, so I'm giving it like a 3.6 hours, making $73.75 which gives a total of $20.48 per hour. So that ain't too shabby. I'll definitely take it. And since you enjoyed this ride along, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, then see me in this next video.